Hey y'all, I'm Scrub, and welcome back to Quasimorph. In the last part, we came over here to Fuller and took on a conquest against Plato Academy, and that went exceptionally well. During that, we were able to finally meet and defeat the Lunar Baron, as well as show off the power of cryo ammo, thanks to AnCom, who was holding the station. Before we start today, I did want to take a look at something in our Operator tab. Over here in the new classes, we unlocked Spaceborne Ghost, and it seems like for them, their new steez is all about pistols, so over here, Agent Training. Starting off, you're going to get a little bit more pistol accuracy as well as range, not bad. Each kill of an enemy in the moving state gives you a chance to produce no sound, interesting. Lowering your total equipment weight, that sounds pretty decent so that you can keep your dodge up. They've also got sneaky shots, so anytime you get a hit in stealth mode, you're going to be increasing your crit chance, so interesting that you actually want to be fighting in stealth mode. Enemy attacks that miss the player gives you extra AP, so more reason to have dodge. And War Crime, where killing activates the trigger, where it's going to increase your stun duration, and I think however many enemies you're applying stun to at once. So that seems like that could be a pretty fun one. And as it happens for Nico Medic down here, his built-in trait is pistol accuracy up by 40%, which means obviously we want to give it to him. Main threshold's 10, sights 8, 2,000 calories. Dodge is only 25%, so it's not that great, but I think we might be able to boost that here in a second. Okay, as it turns out, we can literally do one because we only have one set of medical components, and that's only going to boost it by 3. You know what? Screw it. It's fine. Go ahead and start doing that. We'll get you recloned here shortly. As for today's plan, I was thinking about heading out to Palace to try and take on this RealWare mission again. I think the power concentration on this is underselling how difficult it's actually going to be, because yeah, the last time we went there, we immediately got swarmed by a bunch of pretty tough dudes. I think we're in a better place than we used to be, so it should be fine. And Mars happens to be right on the way, so I think we'll start off by heading over here, see if there's anything we want to do before we head out there. And of course, whenever you upgrade someone's clone, you have to make sure you reclone the mercenary, so we'll reclone Nico, and then we'll get him kitted out for Space Ghost. And it looks like Planet Bridge wants to give us even more gifts. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Although, once again, I can't be entirely sure what you gave me. I think they might have given me this induction frame. Immune to shock status, which seems pretty damn good, especially for an implant build, because a lot of implants make you weaker to shock. So we'll probably want to give that to somebody. Unfortunately, nothing around Mars looks like it's going to be that good as far as a warm-up mission for Nico goes, because that was my plan. So I think we'll just head over to Palace, because it is actually pretty close to where we were, so let's head out there. I might not use Nico right away, but the plan is to eventually make him a decent Spaceborne Ghost. And I think for this one, I'm going to make a little bit of a weird rogue call here. We're taking out Kenzie Yukio, our Scout of Hades. A little bit low on health, a little bit low on food, but Scout, he should be able to overcompensate for some of that. Yeah, looks like he's doing pretty well on these fronts. And this is for SMG, shotguns, and assault rifles. I'm going to try sending him out with a Devourer. It's pretty solid. It does plasma damage, which they should have some resistance to, but not nearly as much as, say, Pierce or anything else we would probably send him out with, because the main AnCom resistances that we can go against are poison and shock. Shock would be nice. Problem is we don't really have good shock weaponry, and the ones we do have aren't very high damage. They're just mainly good against bots and the like, and poison against bots isn't going to go over so well. So I think I'm going to try this out, change things up a little bit. We're sending him out with a bunch of Ibn Sina and some legend boots, standard buffalo and veteran unloading vest. We're also giving him his standard first aid kit. He's got to bring the MP Scorcher with him, a little bit of food, and some high-tech energy repair kits for the actual rifle itself, as well as a full vest of ammo. I think that should be okay. And worst case scenario, it doesn't work and we can try again. I do think this might actually be a mission where we legitimately need to do a scouting run. Also, AnCom did go up to Tech 8 in the time it took us to get over here, so they're gonna have some pretty heavy duty stuff. What do they actually unlock with that? As rewards, they give out Gavok, some nice chips, and the sentry guns. So maybe that means they're gonna have more turrets. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on, before we go out there, I'm pretty sure last time they had mines all over the place. I'm gonna bring some Molotovs purely so I can set off some ground mines if I need to. I think that's an okay idea. Also, why are their eyes over here in the combat consumables? And you don't have any implants right now. I think I'm fine with that. I'm sure there could be some decent ones to build for him, but again, at this point, I'm fairly confident he might go down on the first run. This is, again, literally a scouting run, so let's see how it goes. And yes, much like last time, we can either take the elevators to get there quickly, but they will be stationed at the elevators, or we can take the stairs, which is the long way. And the elevator is right here this time, although it looks like there's a decent amount of ground loot all over the place, although a lot of these containers do appear to be empty. It looks like there might be some stuff at the very far end of the level, but I can't even scroll all the way out there because it's too far away, so we probably won't go for that. Surgical kit and a first aid kit in this little medical room right away, though. That's pretty nice. Okay, glad we decided to wait before we did our walk check. Go ahead and sprint. Shoot. Needed you to hit that, buddy. What do you have? Starlock, Arbiter. Okay, nothing too crazy. There we go, that's a hit. And mild burn. Yeah, we'll need to keep an eye to see how good the plasma effects are. There we go, that's some hits. 4-turn reload from the vest isn't that great, but it's what we're working with. Okay, definitely misclicked there and went a little bit over. That's fine, gives us a line on you. And flechette rounds. The Starlock itself is technically a sidearm, I believe. Yeah, so we're not gonna boost the shotgunniness of it from our class, but it could still be good. I'm also gonna hold on to that in the hopes that we can actually get one of those shotguns we found in the last part, and definitely carry around a knife for a while if we can find some decent little parts on these guys for implants. Also a medical bed up here if we need it. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna be getting too much loot out of here on the ship, just because there doesn't seem to be too much for us to grab. Oh, hey, speaking of the shotgun that I wanted, it's right there. Perfect. Get to cover, go up to the 2-shot for this thing. There we go. Do a little bit of a stealth check. All right, glad we did that. Go ahead and go down to single fire, go up to walking. Wait it out. All right, not seeing anyone, never mind. The Devourer's doing some pretty good work so far. I'm gonna... Ooh, do I want to just sprint to cover? I could go check out this scanner and the chances that it has the actual scanning for people on the level. I'm gonna do a sprint over to the shotgun while I'm checking this room physically. Okay, nothing up there. No one came up behind us. Apparently this thing doesn't have any scanner on it because it's suddenly orange. Feels bad. Definitely swap over to this. Probably drop the buckshot and the pistol at this point. And actually go ahead and put the flechette on the vest for now. That is a 3-round reload. Not too shabby. Yeah, this thing's completely broken, sadly. We could spend some of our batteries on it, but I don't think it's worth it. Although, hello, frag rounds, some 12-7, some 7.97 AP. That's pretty nice. What can you fabricate on here? We could build our own combat ARs if we really felt like it, assuming we could get lucky and find enough ceramic plates, which I don't think we will. Okay, so it seems like this one's just better across the board. Well, it has flechette rounds, which I think is what's causing the AP, but this thing has a culminator and wounding. Oh, actually, the ammo's also causing the wounding, so I think this thing just has the built-in culminator, which is damage drop off from range, so I do think overall that's better. Also, I just realized we're down to 31 plastic. How are we doing on rubber? And rags are a bit low. Rubber's great. Okay, we might need to actually do some old school looting here, which is a really weird change of pace. There's the stairs, by the way, if we want to take that route. I guess that's a follow-up question. This has been going pretty well. Do we want to risk the elevator to get in there quicker, or do we just want to take the long way? We do have absentia for now, which, yeah, given that this is a story mission, I don't know if it's going to stay that way, but it might be better to be safe than sorry. Oh, we got one in here. You are possibly coming out here. Go to cover behind here. Actually gonna do a shot at the door. Yeah, you come on out this way. Go up to sprint in case we need that. Yeah, you know what? Go sprint to here. Flechette, don't Molotov yourself, please. Just reload. I'm glad we stealthed our way up. We still have that knife. Hold on. And I think this thing has a range of 5. How do you do against plasma? 39. Okay, so go up to walking. Yep, another turret. So chances are... Yeah, chances are they're gonna have turrets outside every level of the elevator, I think is what they're hinting at. Ooh, weapon case. We actually do need some of those. And you can't use memory records, sadly, as a scout. Bit of a shame. Gunsmith repair kit will be useful for you, I think. It is. Good. Sadly, no use on the high-tech weapon. Also, don't assume that it's just the 2 turrets. There might be a third one around this corner. Looks like we're fine. And let's see if we can get lucky and disassemble some turrets. We got one of them. Prism, right there. Love to see it. Not getting much of that. And drop the weapon parts for now. We'll definitely drag both these back to the ship if we manage to get both. Sadly, just the one. You know what? Sneaking literally only costs us 1 per. I'm gonna go check out these far-ass servers over here. There is an enemy here, so maybe it won't be completely boring. Okay, a lot of blood, a couple people. That's a bit of a concern. Double shot, go. Paid off. And another one in the corner. Not anymore. Hollow points, some dragon volley ammo, and more explosive rounds. Okay, so if we're not going to get anything else, we might get some decent little ammo out of this, which unexpected, but welcome. Here's something else that might be an interesting thing to grab. I was actually thinking about bringing some of this on the mission, the anti-frostbite tablets, because we haven't seen any yet, but these guys do like their cryo rounds. That might not be terrible to drag around. You know what? We have over 100 wire. I'm gonna grab that. And this guy had a whole ass cloning system on him. Disassemble that. That's fine. And over 100 armor plates. There we go. Yeah, we might as well take our time with the first floor on this one just to make sure that we get some decent stuff out, especially considering that of all things, we're low on rags and plastic. That is so weird. I guess to be fair, I have been kind of shredding through them when I need them for crafting without paying it too much mind, so it makes sense. I've been kind of holding out for the disassembler. Ooh, hello. You have a controller, and not super interesting, but we'll try and rip it out anyway. Hey, we got it. Might as well grab it. It might also be worth grabbing rods and crude mechanisms again, because I think we might get into mass augments once we unlock that. So we are probably going to start needing those more than we used to. Also, yep, landmines. So definitely be careful with those. Yeah, I'm not sure if other than walking over them and explosives, if there's a way to trigger them from range, because if you try to shoot them from range like this, it just shoots over them. So I think you actually need to bring your own explosives to anti-explosive the explosive. That makes 100% sense, I'm sure. Okay, probably some guys close to here. We haven't been over here at all yet. A couple lamps. Probably drop armor plates and wire. Another landmine over here. Make sure we don't accidentally run into that. They would. Okay, that's fine. Go up to walking to get back, and then throw Molotov at you. And then back off and open the door, back off into the doorway, and wait it out in stealth while the fire spreads and extinguishes. So I think the other thing we're going to need to keep in mind is that we really do need to scavenge and hold on to as many explosives as we can, if that becomes an option. Okay, was this entire trip worth it? Hey, you know what? We got Flechette and Dragon Volley. Worth it so far. Some cable, which we do still need. Drop the rubber. We're fine on that. And Transformer and Memory Record. Not the most worth it, but worth it enough. I think we've also taken out all the parts that we're going to, so go ahead and drop the knife and then we'll swap over to that. Okay, a very odd assortment of loot, but the cargo hold is full. Yeah, we're gonna take the ladder down because I really don't trust the fact that every set of elevators probably has at least 2 turrets watching it. This is a very small area. Ladder's on the other side over there. What kind of loot do we have? Empty servers, empty everything, except for a couple servers over here. Although if it's this compact, that means that the enemies are all probably right on top of each other, so be a little bit careful. And also looks like it's a bunch of open areas, which is not my favorite. I'll risk a double here. All right, we just destroyed his cover. Well done. There we go. Yeah, I was thinking, because the Dragon Volley ammo does tend to leave fire trails wherever you're shooting in the path, it's part of its perk. Maybe if you shoot that at... Go up to sprint, run away. The frag, I think, is under that barrel. And somehow didn't destroy it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that fire would hopefully be able to detonate those. Come on. Okay, I think I got him with 1 damage. Yeah, maybe that would be able to, deal with those. Also, this guy's just gonna stay away. That's a little bit of a concern. Yeah, he's shooting so far away, he's not even reaching us. Wait out in stealth a couple turns. No way around it. Okay, I think I've got a plan. I'm gonna sprint to this doorway here, stealth this room, open it. Okay, make sure it's totally clear. Go up to sprint, rip a shot here. Oh, he's way far back. I'm gonna go ahead and start eating up. The other thing that might be a problem is I was really hoping to get a little bit more food out of this. I haven't found a single shred of food yet. Okay, that's fine. Shoot again. Are you over here? Oh, you are. You're right there. Got it. Also, there's our assault reflex triggering. There we go, you dick. Wait, one more. There's still people there. That's self-healing. We're fine. Blind Fury. Go up to walking. Also, we are overheating the absolute shit out of our weapon. Maybe go over to Flechette for this guy. Like that. And Flechette over here. Okay, I think we're fine. Move up in stealth. We'll start checking these guys along the way. Gonna grab the throwing knives for clout, but chances are we are gonna need to disassemble those or drop those at some point. Also, definitely go check these servers out. Video game, switchboard, and memory records. We apparently have 16 switchboards. You might want to feed those into the disassembler, by the way, because they do actually have a lot of decent stuff for crafting. I think they can have like lamps, cables, microchips, all sorts of stuff. I'm not sure if it would be worth more as goods or as a trading material. Also not sure how much they're worth nowadays. And how much condition do you have? 70 out of 160. Okay, this thing has pretty solid condition and it can go 40. Yeah, we'll go ahead and drop 2 on there so you don't break in the middle of a firefight. Oh, hey, there's some food. Cabbage, eat all of it, and a frag. We were just talking about the fact that we need explosives. I think I can drop the powder. I think I extracted 2 stacks of it on the ship, so we should be fine there. More throwing knives, a little bit of vodka, and a first aid kit. Hello. And the Jeff Hammer versus the Barracuda. Less damage, less range accuracy, a lot better range, slower to reload, but bigger max magazine, and of course can swap between the 2 and the 5. This one also has a culminator. Okay, what I think I'll do, we're sitting okay on capacitors. I'm going to go ahead and drop those. I'm also going to drop the 1 weapon part that we've somehow managed to pick up out of all the stuff we've disassembled. I'll drag that out, and then I'm going to call the capsule on the next floor, and then I'll just throw it on the shuttle immediately. Oh, hello, AnCom. This is AnCom speaking. We demand that the clone be recalled immediately, otherwise we will be forced to take emergency measures. The demand will not be repeated. Okay, so AnCom's a little bit pissy that we're here. Also, we did not get to move out of stealth, I think because we detected these guys upon entering the level, which is a little bit of a problem. Okay, if that's the case, keep looking this way. Go up to walking. I don't know where that opened up at. Gonna call the capsule. The capsule landed way far north, and we can only go... Oh, no, there's... Oh, the ladder's actually right here. Wow, we could really skip this level if we wanted to. Let's see, some books over here could be useful, some poppy, vending machines, even more over here in this waiting room. Okay, so it's a lot of waiting rooms and a little bit of extra stuff to boot. Also, there's technically nothing of value over here. I'm gonna clear these guys out anyway, just to be safe. And there's 3 of them here. Go to Burst Fire, Storm, and CM, which probably stands for AnCom now that I think about it. A Rogue AR and an SR-78. So not terrible. And those 3 are down. There could be more, so sneak up a little bit just to make sure that this room is clear. Ooh, stick grenade. Gonna take a quick look around. I might want to actually go drop stuff off and then come back and loot these guys. Yeah, a couple stick grenades and food. 3 guys outside the elevator, as well as presumably turrets like right here and here, if I had to guess. I'm gonna see if I can get away with blocking this door. Lock them in. I don't want anything to do with that. Doesn't look like they're trying to bust out of it yet. If they have orders to defend that, that's kind of ideal, actually. Okay, capsule. Let's drop the vodka, all the expensive stuff. I guess throw the throwing knives on there because we could use that on our melee character that we never use. And have some lamps too. Why not? Ooh, repair tape. Definitely use that on the plasma rifle. That is some pretty good value. And that door is still blocked with no one doing anything. That is perfect. Never mind. They decided to wait until I got here. And you know what? Go ahead and block this one too. I don't need anything else out there. Okay, there is 1 person guarding the library container that I'm interested in. I'm gonna peek that, and this is real risky. Worth it. And looks like we're clear. It was for a gunbane magazine and some smokes. Actually, you know what? Assault Reflex and Fire Transfer. Use that right away. And both of those are now maxed out. So Assault Reflex is 50 activation cost, 10 turn cooldown. Anytime the enemy misses, we get 2 AP. That is really good considering the 10 turn cooldown. And Fire Transfer, whenever we get a kill, we get a 65% chance to crit. It only costs 25 to activate, and it has a 4 turn cooldown. Okay, the Legend perks get kind of insane. I love it. Those might be some to consider transferring over. My initial frontrunners for all that, by the way, is definitely stuff that has to do with getting extra AP per rounds because, you know, that kind of economy is always going to be really good. And go ahead, reload this, and yeah, move on down. Morpho protection is disabled. Everyone apply counter quasimorphic measures. Hey, if you can believe it, they had Quasimorphs in their back pocket the whole time. Turns out it's not as easy as we thought. You should hurry. Thanks, Jane. And I did want to confirm this. Yeah, we definitely can't use our second capsule. I unlocked that, right? I have to have unlocked it. I'll go double check it after this mission, but yeah, I was really hoping I'd be able to call down 2 capsules per mission. And we don't have any intel here, sadly. We need to get down to... I think we have another level we need to go down because I'm not seeing an objective. I'm guessing this is 5 floors. I was hoping it would just be 4. Wait, didn't it say it was 4? I could be making that up. Unless the game just wants me to go find the thing and not tell me, which I guess could be possible. Nothing here, by the way, so we only have one way to go, which is forward. And it looks like it's going to be pretty basic Quasimorphosis to start. Fortunately, if we really do need it, we do technically have an anti-Quasimorph measure. Although if we do get the nicotine addiction chance, we have no way to get rid of it unless we find a bed. So maybe be a little bit careful with that. Open the door from here, wait it out, and then sprint check. Don't like that. Back off and wait. Okay, this is kind of perfect. We'll draw them in, back off, and now they should start going around this corner. There we go. Not on this one. Sniper down the hallway. Oh, perfect. I forgot. We got extra AP. It's been so long since we've had one of the extra AP classes, I keep forgetting that we have that as an option. Okay, this is a little bit tricky. The door closed behind us. We need to get out of line of sight of the turret. That's not a problem. The problem is this guy with the... Oh, you know what? That's just a Storm TT. Will still hurt, but I don't think it's very accurate at range. Yeah, it's only got 4 range. So back off. Yeah, that turret isn't going to try and fire at us. Huge. Go ahead and rip a shot down the hallway. Rip 2. Open the door, back off. I apparently did eat a contusion. So far away, the game wouldn't even tell me about it. And back off over here. And that is self-healing, so we're fine. Gonna spend a couple turns reloading. Now, sprint. Double shot. And you're on fire. Hooray. Back off. Go down to single and switch over to the shotgun. That wasn't you. You're still on fire. Ooh, the door closed. Stealth. You're still there. Wait. Okay. Really waiting for this guy to come around the corner. He's gonna rip shots at me, but I'm fine with that. Never mind, this guy's gonna get me from downtown. Go down to walking since we have the extra AP. And back off. We do need to heal this one. Okay, it's just the one over here. That is the splint on the chest. Start doing some reloads. And okay, I think you actually burned to death, so now we should have to just deal with the turret. Corner check out of curiosity, piercing. Okay, Plasma's gonna do slightly better against you. Don't like that. Now we have a clear shot. Oh, 1 shot, 1 kill. And we also need to go to the backpack next round to get some more batteries. There we go. Probably go ahead and have a snack or 2 as well. And I think one of these guys did have a melee weapon. I will try and get the Gatling gun off that. Specialist rosters, which we technically don't need anymore. I'll still grab it. And this Inquisitor, you had a Vibroblade as well as Frost and High Explosives. I never went back to the room to get the fucking explosives. I just remembered, you fucking dolt. It's fine. We didn't need them. Also, good time for a science check, because I did want to figure out... No, don't drop the thing. Okay, just move that over. It's fine. Yeah, this thing doesn't technically have ammo in it. Can I still amputate turrets with them? Apparently so. Okay, that's good to know. Wow, we actually got it. Was not expecting that. All right, well, we're going to carry around a beefy-ass Gatling gun the whole time. Goodbye, dodge chance. And hello, flechette rounds on this guy. What kind of implant did you have? Oh, just the robot foot. Not great. And we're maxed out on batteries. Do I want to try and get another stack of batteries out? Yeah, you know what, Mr. Meaty? We don't need you. Get more batteries. And medical machine if we want to try and make any of this work. I think we're fine. If anything, I would make hydrogel bandages. Oh, hello. So that mystery gun that we were talking about earlier, it's an experimental handgun. Conditions okay, entropy damage, so this thing's using Igvos. Decent stats, decent reload, 7 rounds, backup gun and pierce through, and you had stuns and Mercurian grenades. I'm gonna drop the cryo tablets, which means now I'm gonna get hit by like 20 people with cryo rounds. Grab the Mercurian. You know what? I'm gonna actually go ahead and drink the soda, thank you. Grab the stun grenade. I'm gonna leave the handgun behind. It seems okay. Well, 1, it seems like they might just start having these en masse. And 2, I think we have some better pistols as far as our new class goes, so I think we're fine on that front. Okay, I briefly saw one in the next room, so check these guys first, and then we need to be ready to fight. Also haven't seen a single good piece of armor this entire time. I was actually hoping to drag some of that out. Stealth that open. Gonna double shot you with flechette. Ooh. Okay, I'm liking the flechette rounds. They seem pretty good. And our first split path, possibly, unless one of these is dead end. Check this in walking. Looks like we're fine. Okay, dead end over here. Check this room. Looks like it'll be a dead end too. There might be decent loot though. Literally nothing. Good. Well, at least we don't have an abundance of choice, which is kind of nice in these blind scenarios. You are gonna pop in here shortly, I think. Go around this side, just... Yep, that's why we wanted to go back. You're on single fire. There we go. Stick to this side while we sneak through in case the backup shows up like that. Amogus! Yeah, the wrong Quasimorphs. Right. And you're trying to get up in my shit. Also, follow-up. Let's see. You don't like pierce, cut, fire, or cold. Oh, so these guys are actually pretty weak. Between plasma, entropy, cut, pierce. If that goes for the rest of the Ron family, that could be huge for us. Bye. What these guys like to do is when they actually bring out their shotguns, they love flechette rounds. Every time. Honestly, that's pretty nice because this is a really fun ammo type. I'm really digging it. Knife maker repair kit. We actually have extra frags. They've been bringing a lot of frag grenades. I would have liked to get these ceramics out, but I think we're fine to not the knife maker. I can make those if I want to. Yeah, more frags and some healing if we need that. That's always good. And a broken scanner, sadly. Actually, you know what? Hold on. Yeah, go ahead and fully restore that. Only 4 more enemies. I'm not getting a marker for the elevator. Oh, this might actually be the final room then. Hold on. Yeah, I'm not getting anything as far as intel when I hover over those. I keep sneaking through for a little bit. We're in no rush. We have plenty of food, and the Quasimorph meter isn't going up that quickly. Actually, you know what? I have a plan. Smoke all the cigarettes. Okay. My plan was to just go back to the medical bed and get rid of the wound, but we actually smoked the entire pack without getting addicted. So good job, Kenzie. Proud of you for being able to fight your primal urges. Yeah, this is a very linear level, which is fair because it's a story mission. It's a nice change of pace, honestly. It makes me want to go check out the other ones. Hydrogel and nanostim. I would like both of those. I'm gonna drop the cable for the nanostim. We'll leave the hydrogel. I have 5... Okay, I really got into loot goblin mode and just started clicking. 2 guys out in the hallway that didn't see me. Hey, more nanostim. Nice. And is our water stack full? It is. Yeah, we need to go deal with these guys. In a second. Back off this way. They not hear me? No, they're all leaving. So I guess they decided to go check out the area where I killed everyone, unless the enemy happened to spawn more reinforcements, which maybe that's a thing in story missions. I honestly don't know. Okay, this is very data center-y. There we go. EMP Scorcher. Oh yeah, they're just, they're in search and destroy mode. So we've got one thing over here and then a couple items up this hallway if we want to go that way. Use EMP Scorcher. EMP Scorcher was activated. Looks like all the computers on the station are now dead. Hooray! If AnCom doesn't have backups, we've pretty much knocked them back. Chances are they're not that dumb, but maybe they are for story purposes. Mission accomplished. Get out of there. And your equipment is fried too. Map is inaccessible. Well, fortunately, we've pretty much mapped out the whole floor, so it's fine. Okay, that's a pretty cool effect. And there's the MP Scorcher, it's big as fuck. Also, we can apparently put stuff in it. I think we're fine. And there was some stuff up here on the map. Okay, rotten skin and empty locker. Glad I checked. And you know what? We'll check over here for good measure. Yep, empty. So now we can just bounce. Although before we do that, probably come back down here. I did miss that, but there's a hydrogel. Hooray, we're getting extras. And might as well grab the cable. And remember, we have at least 4 more contacts, assuming they don't call in reinforcements from somewhere. I think they were over here. Can I actually go ahead and block that? That's the door you need to go through, you fucking idiot. I thought this... Okay. It's fine. We'll just bust our way through. And hopefully this will draw their attention so I can kill them all in the same spot. All right, about 20 clicks later, we're through. Aren't you guys glad I blocked that door? Fucking tactical genius over here. Where did they end up going? Okay, we found them. We found them, all right. Flechette through the barrel. That's a concern. I'll be honest, I was really expecting that to kill. Double shot. He throwing knifed me. You know what? That's fair. Get to cover and deal with this. Bandage. Go. Okay, looks like they are coming to wreck shop. We're gonna corner check you. I'm just sticking in double blast. Not even gonna worry about it. We can go sprint mode now, which is nice. You know what? Just sit in the corner and wait. There was at least one more of you over here. Sprint round for reload. That's healing. I need food. We can just convert this to plastic. It's fine. That means we can carry something else out if we need to. Hooray. Legacy, huh? Back off. Go down to basic. Go ahead and go down one more. Shoot the barrel. I really need you to not shoot at a 90-degree angle to your left. Try again. Okay, you could... I know you cannot hit a fucking wall. Apparently, this is the dodgiest barrel in the West. Okay, that's fine. We don't need barrel tricks. We'll just shoot them old school. At least you can hit a target, just not fucking barrels, apparently. Wait for this. Yep, you guys go ahead and keep fighting. And then I'll shoot you and shoot you. I fucking hate you, game. Come on, man. Okay, you know what? It's fine. Shotgun. Cool. We got it. Go team. You had morphine on you, so unless we find anything else a bit more interesting, we'll be dragging that out. There goes all the acid puddles. Oh, right. We literally just found a legacy. I should probably make room for that. Drop the cable, drop the morphine. LMG life, baby. Although in better news, I think that's literally everybody. So against my better judgment, I'm just gonna click over here in stealth mode, and whenever I get jumped and killed by someone I'm not expecting, remember I did this. Okay. So the way this game's operating, couple things. Good news, I technically don't have to worry about missing this room of loot over here. Hooray. Bad news, we still need to get to an actual elevator. Back off. Back off. Okay, you're not actually busting through here yet. Are you gonna do that now? Yes, okay. I was about to say, I'm pretty sure our back is clear. I definitely didn't clear this room, and I don't know if they've moved in the meantime. Okay, so you're gonna bust through there. The plan now, block this door, and now we're just gonna shoot at this door. Yep, keep busting through. Okay, there's at least 6. They're all gonna be converging in here, which is a great place for my shotgun. Open that up, wait it out. Now we go sprint mode, and burst fire. Okay, I'll be honest, I thought I was gonna shoot through that door more than I was gonna destroy it, which is really dumb in retrospect, but I feel like I've done that pretty efficiently before. Shoot the guy in the back. Now swap to this. You missed, that's fine. Get that one. Wait, deep wound. We need to sort that out. The other one is a minor wound, so we're fine. Go up to walking, go up sprint. That's why we wanted to go up to sprint. Do I funnel them here? I probably do. Sprint up, sprint out, corner, and back off. Are they not going to push that? Okay, now they're going to. Yep, you knew I was in here. Where could I have possibly gone? Okay, they actually lost track of me. Go up to, I think you'll have an angle on me from there, so I'm going to wait. Move. Nope. Wait it out. Double shot there. Triple shot there. And move up for this double shot. Now back off. The Quasimorph won't be afraid of me, although he might lose track of me like that. There we go. Okay, go down to stealth. We'll check these guys real quick. I think I just wanted those grenades. 1, I think we'll drop the hydrogel for that. 2, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, there's people in the hallway. Good. Love that for me. It's my favorite thing, actually. Walking, that's a robot. I can deal with that. Okay, a couple robots. That's fine. Stealth up. Grab that. Eat the rest of this food in case we need to heal. We do a little bit. Military parts. Drop the 1 grenade for that. I think it's fine. And you had nothing. At least 1 more left in there. Mercurian grenade. Glad you didn't use that. Gunsmith repair kit. Go ahead and repair up the legacy and the shotgun. Some Igvos. A little bit of beer if we wanted to get that out. I think we're fine. And nothing else of interest. Okay, I was looking down because I wanted to make sure that I didn't miss the turrets, but it looks like they came in from probably this room that I never checked. That's fine. Go up to sprinting for... Ooh. That's a little bit of a shitty angle, isn't it? Apparently it's fine, though. Also, I have no idea where this one got off to. There was one more mobile signature in here. I think they moved away from the door, which is a little bit of a problem. Wow. Okay. So, the fun thing that happened there, I got stunned by a random ass shot from you. You happened to land a cryo grenade perfectly, and then I died. I love this game. It's my favorite. And I have to do all of that over again. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna call it apart for there, ladies and gentlemen, because I was literally about 20 steps away from completing the mission, and I want to scream. So I think what I'm gonna do, you guys basically saw the entirety of that mission, so I'm probably just gonna do this one off camera. I don't know what class I'll use. Are you kidding me, dude? We were like 20 steps away and then the game just decided, hey, fuck you, you're stunned, you're cryo-grenaded perfectly, which the enemy never lands their grenades perfectly. They always dink off into the worst possible directions, except for when I'm almost done with a story mission. So we'll get back to that, and then I'll probably start recording if there's any new dialogue or whatever. But I hope y'all are looking forward to it. Until then, thanks for stopping by. See you later.